I can see the water below, but that's what I was trying to do.
So this hill here stands at a 32% grade, or 18 degrees. No, not to worry though, these vehicles are designed to withstand up to a 36% grade. So when we began our descent here, I engaged in all-wheel drive differential lockup as well as an engine retarder. And the engine retarder just allows us to use our brakes a little bit less, because if we had to use our brakes all the way down this hill, we'd be totally out of brakes by the time we got to the bottom. So we just use the engine RPMs to slow the bus down a little bit, and it allows us to maintain lots of control as we head down big hills like this. Right now we're running on 6 low pressure Terra tires, and the tires on this bus are only inflated to about 14 psi apiece. Now this makes them very good for maintaining traction down big hills like this, as well as not doing any damage to the glacier while we're out there. Now each one of the tires on this bus right now is worth about $5,000. So this portion we're heading through now is known as the Brewster Tire Wash. And it's part of an intentionally rerouted river doing exactly what it sounds like. It cleans our tires off before we head onto the glacier. So we do this for a couple of reasons. One is because if we tracked mud and dirt up onto the glacier each and every time we came up here, it would be a very big eyesore. And the next reason is small amounts of dirt on top of the glacier would attract the sun, and that would sometimes these crevasses can be anywhere from 30 to 40 meters deep, or wide enough to swallow one of these ice explorers. That's not the only kind of hazard we have out here though. The next are known as mill wells. And mill wells are formed a little bit differently. They're caused when the meltwater of the glacier will travel down. Sometimes it will find an obstruction in the ice where it can't travel all the way through. And once the water sits... There's nobody in front of us here. I can give you guys a little bit of a special treat today. Is everyone ready to see the top speed of this bus? Alright, I'd hold on if I were you. And we're there. So the top speed of these buses is only about 18 kilometers an hour, or 10 miles per hour. I understand that's not too impressive, but given the fact that these vehicles weigh over 33 ton at full capacity, it is not too bad. So all of the glacial meltwater that heads off of the Athabasca Glacier It all goes down to the Sunwapta Lake right over on our left-hand side there in the valley. The Sunwapta Lake is a strictly glacier-fed lake, so it's just glacier meltwater that heads into that lake over there, so it's extremely cold water. The water down there never gets to above 5 degrees Celsius, so it's absolutely freezing. Now, it's also a very, very short-lived lake, and what I mean by this is it's only supposed to be around for about another 20 to 25 years. And the reason for this is because of a substance known as rock flour. And this stuff is made as the glacial meltwater will flow down a mountainside. It erodes the rock that it travels through at a very, very slow rate, and it erodes it into a very powdery-like substance. And then it'll bring it all the way down, and it'll deposit it directly at the bottom of the Sunwapta Lake. Now, the reason it is so short-lived is because there's about 13 tons of rock flour delivered into the bottom of that lake each and every day on average. So eventually the rock flour is going to cause that lake to run level with land, and a new one will have to form. They predict that the new lake will form right at the toe of the glacier. Now, like I said, that lake over there is strictly glacier-fed. Again, it's very, very cold water. So we have a little fun tradition here at the ice field where we make all of our first-year drivers jump into that lake over there on August 1st at 7 in the morning. Speaking from experience a couple years ago, it was not very pleasant. And what did I make?